Hey everybody, I have a list. Now I made a list of fears that I have as a tattoo artist. I have a column of irrational fears and then I have a column of rational fears. I'm gonna bounce back and forth between them and I'm gonna tell you my greatest fears as a tattoo artist. So let's start out with an irrational fear that I have as a tattoo artist. And my number one, top of the list, irrational fear is projectile vomiting on my client while I'm tattooing them with no warning. Like for some reason, I will think about this probably every single time I have a client in and I'll be tattooing them. I'm like, boy, oh boy, I hope I don't just puke right now. Moving on to my number one rational fear as a tattoo artist. This one has 4 different things in it and they all seem to start with a B. Bad tattoo, bad breath, blowouts, and being creepy. All of those are legitimate fears of mine and I work really hard on none of those things happening. My next irrational fear is pooping my pants while tattooing. Just like vomiting out of nowhere, no warning, just poop in the pants down to my socks. Terrified. Don't want that to happen. My next rational fear of being a tattoo artist is having wiggly lines for a very long time. I didn't start tattooing actually because I was nervous about having bad line work, and thankfully now line work is one of my most comfortable things that I do while tattooing. I love and enjoy doing line work because I worked on and focused on becoming better at doing it because I was so scared of messing it up. I'm still scared of messing it up though. My next irrational fear while being a tattoo artist is having a heart attack, stroke, or passing out while I'm tattooing. Now, as you can tell, all of my irrational fears have to do with something with my body happening while I'm tattooing involuntarily. I've dealt with hypochondria for a really long time, so thinking about like, oh my God, my heart's beating faster, am I having a heart attack? Or, oh my God, I feel tired today and dizzy, I must be having a stroke, when in actuality none of those things really happen and I'm healthy, so they're not gonna happen probably. Now my next rational fear while being a tattoo artist is sleeping, oh wait, no, I'm sorry, that's the last one. Stabbing myself with my client's needle while I'm tattooing them. Now I have done this before and thankfully it didn't pierce my skin. It just like I felt the zoop. I felt the buzz right across my glove. I checked and it broke my glove, but then I checked my skin and it didn't break the skin at all. So it's like the first time it ever happened, I immediately stopped and I felt my whole body get hot and I started to sweat. And I checked my glove, it was broken, but then my skin wasn't broken, so I was okay. But then I did it like 2 other times. It didn't break the glove those 2 other times, but it scares you. So now I have like a really crazy obsession with always just making sure I know where the tip of the needle is, which always should be what you're doing while you're tattooing. But I almost had to learn the hard way. Thankfully, I don't have any unwanted tattoos on my fingers or unwanted diseases. Now my last irrational fear while being a tattoo artist is forgetting what I'm doing and starting to draw on the client things that they don't want on them. So once again, that's another involuntary thing of like immediate Alzheimer's or loss of consciousness, and I just start doing crazy things like stabbing, well maybe not like in a murderous way, but like tattooing somebody in an area that they don't want, like their face or their something like that, just squiggly lines or something. I never want that to happen. That I think would be something that really would ruin my career. And the last rational fear I have while being a tattoo artist is sleeping past my alarm and missing my appointment, or putting my appointment for somebody in the wrong date or time slot, which I have done once or twice. And I always feel so bad because they'll call me and they're like, the shop's locked. I'm like, what do you mean the shop's locked? I'm at home. And they're like, well, we have our tattoo today, and I'll check my calendar and I have it in the wrong time slot or the wrong day. I work really, really hard not to do that because then I feel bad. So usually like if I can, I'll try to make it down to the shop as soon as I could. If I don't have something drawn because I thought it was a different day, then unfortunately I'm like, well, your appointment really is on Wednesday. Today's Monday. Can you come in Wednesday instead? And usually people are understanding. I've never had somebody that was like actually mad, I don't think. But either way, I don't want to do that. So yeah, those are my fears. I'm working on my anxiety and let's just throw them in the trash. Maybe they'll go away. Thanks for listening. Bye.